What is up, guys? It is DMG here, and today I'm going to be doing an instructions video for the 4-3-1-2 formation. Recently, that's all I've been coming up against is the 4-3-1-2, so really lately at least, it's becoming a very popular formation. It was already pretty popular, but recently it's becoming extremely popular, one of the go-to formations for FIFA users recently. So I thought I would play a few games with this team and then see what instructions were needed in order to optimize this entire team. So just getting it straight away, the two center backs, you usually don't change anything. I have yet to actually change anything for them, so I'm not going to be changing anything for those guys. Then for the right and left backs, I have them both on stay back while attacking. Now in these types of formations where the center mids are pretty scrunched together and they're pretty central, you could actually get away with them going forward and them just being on balanced attack. So then they could actually get forward and then they could offer support. And especially in this formation, you could probably get away with that. So it's whatever you guys want. If you want them getting forward a little bit to add some more attacking support, I would not be against that. Personally, I think I'm better attacking than defending, so I'd rather have them staying back while attacking so then they can offer me defensive support. Now on to the center mids, and they all have one thing in common, and that is staying on the edge of the box for crosses. Now the reason I have that is because if I did not have that on, and say Bellerin or Gibbs was running down the wing and they crossed it in, probably two of those center mids would be in or very close to the box, probably around like the 18 or so, somewhere around there. And we all know how effective heading is in FIFA 16. It's not very effective at all. Probably like 1 in 30 headers, if that, go in, or at least even have a chance of going in. So that's not a very high success rate. So if that happens, and most likely it will, where there won't be a header toward goal, then your center mids are going to be caught out, and then your opponent is going to counterattack extremely quickly, and then you're only going to have maybe one midfielder there to try to stop that intense counterattack. Now there are some different things I have for the midfielders. For example, I have Payet on get forward, I have Ramsey on balanced attack, and then I have Fernandinho on stay back while attacking. Now the reason I have Payet on get forward is because he is that center attacking mid. He is more of an attacker. He is not really more of like a holding midfielder like these two other guys are. Plus, when I do have that left back and right back staying back while attacking, there's not going to really be that much support besides these front three guys. So I would rather have Payet get forward a little bit and add that a little bit more support for those front three guys, and then hopefully I'd be able to score more often. For Ramsey, I just have him on balanced attack because he has high work rates. And then for Fernandinho, I have him on stay back while attacking because he is probably the most defensive player in this midfield. He has also medium high work rates, so that fits into his wheelhouse perfectly. Now you don't have to have the right center mid on stay back while attacking. You don't have to have the left center mid on get forward. It's pretty much whatever player you think is best attacking should get forward, and whatever player you think is best defensively should stay back while attacking. That's just my reasoning for it. And if you don't want any of them to get forward, then I would recommend having at least two of them stay back while attacking, so then you do have that more defensive support. Moving on to the front three, for the center attacking mid, I feel like I didn't really need to change anything. He was in the right spot the majority of the time, I felt like. And then for the strikers, this one is actually kind of a personal thing. Now, usually you have, in a two-striker situation, you probably have one on get behind and then one on target man, or at least one on getting behind and one on balanced. And for me, I have Pato on target man, and then I have Kane on getting behind. Now in real life, those two things would be switched. Harry Kane's obviously the bigger guy, and he'd be the target man, obviously, and then Pato is a little bit pacier, a little bit more skillful, so he'd be the one getting in behind. However, I prefer Pato being a target man because he has that 4-star skills. He can do that scoop turn, plus I feel like people who are more skillful on the ball, people who have 4-star skills, at least strikers anyway, they are better for me, at least, just to getting around an opponent. Whereas Harry Kane only has 3-star skills, not great on the ball, even though he does have great dribbling. He is 6'2" and has terrible agility and balance. That's why I feel like I can't really dribble with him that well. So because he has great shooting, and because he does have that good first touch because of his good dribbling, I have him on getting behind, so then I can scoop turn with Pato, or I can scoop turn with Oscar, and then I can get it over the top or just get it through to Harry Kane, who can one touch and then put it away 9 times out of 10. But again, that's a personal thing. If you want Pato on getting behind and you want Harry Kane on target man, that's totally fine. The striker situation, at least for the two strikers, that's completely up to you. Now I'm going to be showing you the custom tactics for this formation for the 4-3-1-2. Now, I did a custom tactics instructions video a few weeks ago, I think like about a week ago or somewhere like that. And I said in the video that for the majority of the formations that I use, this is what I do for my tactics. It's usually the exact same thing for any formation I use. It's just a little bit different for each thing. So if you see similar things, that's why, just because from my custom tactics video, I said pretty much with every formation that I do, the custom tactics are going to be the same. So in this formation, some things are the same. For example, build-up speed and passing and positioning, that's going to be the same. The build-up play is pretty much exactly the same as my custom tactics. I feel like I didn't really need to change that as much. But then for chance creation, I did change this a lot, because normally for passing around 65 or 70, but for this one I'm at 80, and that's going to play extremely risky. And I did that because there's only going to be 3, maybe 4 attacking players when you're on the attack, because you have 4 defenders staying back, you have your goalie obviously, and then you have your 2 center mids who are going to be staying back because one of them is going to be going forward. So that's why I have it on risky, because if you lose it, it will not be that huge of a deal, because again, you won't really be countered that hard, if really at all, because you have so much defensive support. And then I also have crossing turned down a lot more, because it is a very central formation. There's not a lot of wingers, and because I do have my left and right back staying back while attacking, crossing is not going to happen very much, if at all. So I have it down to 30. And you could probably honestly even turn that down even more if you wanted to. Then finally for defense, the pressure and aggression is going to be the exact same. However, my team width is going to be a little bit wider. I normally have it around 40 or so, but on this one I have it on 50. So like I said before, the 4-3-1-2 is a pretty central formation, so I don't really need it to be any more central than it needs to be. I don't need to be any more narrower than it has to be. So for team width, I just keep it on 50, just because then it's not super narrow, and then I can't use any of the outside width at all. But that is going to be it, guys. If you have any questions on this instructions video, if you have any questions for any instructions at all, for any formation, just let me know, and I'll help you guys out in the comments down below. So that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been DMG. Peace. Packers. Oh, that's a goal, surely. There we go. Good stuff. Quadrado has been a menace on that wing. He's been fantastic.